Hello, welcome to the craft room. My name is Tina. I have finished the vintage rainbow sweater. I hope you're watching on widescreen TV to get the shoulders in. I don't know if we're back to the 40s or back to the 80s, but American footballer is me. So yes, I am really pleased with it actually. As I say, it takes a lot of getting used to have bigger sleeves, but they could have been worse. If they were puffed up like 1940s and had padding in them, there'd be a lot more. But yes, I'm really pleased with it. So I finished the last sleeve and I have sewn it up. So this is originally from a vintage pattern that is knit in pieces. So I changed it to a DK weight and I knit in the round up to the sleeves and then just knit the front and the back separately. So then I just needed to sew in the sleeves. So I matched up at the bottom. It made it easier actually because of the different colours. So I just matched up to about here and then I put a thread through and just pulled it so it was the right distance and then just caught it on that thread that I put through. I just used the cream yarn. I just caught it and then once it was in position I then just like took the stitches and like matched them up as much as I could to the corresponding across. I just fudged it basically. But I don't think it turned out too badly. I think they're quite even. So I'll show you the back. So yeah, I really like it. It's lovely to wear. I did have a bit of a panic moment because I soaked it to block it. It's in a alpaca wool blend. It's using, got some notes here, it's using Drops, Flora and Lima. And so I used 2 strands of 4 ply together and one strand of DK throughout. And because of the alpaca, I knew I needed to be careful with it because it could stretch easily. But I was hoping because it's got the wool in it that's got the elasticity to hold itself. But I soaked it, it was really gentle with it because it was heavy once it was soaked, and laid it out. But because it was quite snug before, I thought I don't want it to go any smaller, so I thought I'd just gently give it a little pull out. So I did, but then I was worried I'd done it too much, it was too loose. So I did actually try it on when it was a little bit damp still, because I couldn't wait any longer to just check I hadn't ruined it with the stretching it out. But no, it's fine. So it is still a close fit, but there is loads of stretch in it, so it doesn't feel tight at all. So it's fitted. I did go that longer length a little bit, so it just is a comfortable length for me with jeans. So yeah, I went longer in the arm as well, just that cuff. I did an extra inch. Because it's a thicker weight, I thought I'd go down a little bit longer, because generally it's going to be a slightly cooler day that I'm going to wear it. And it's always the back of my arms, just there, that I get cold. I don't know why. I'm all right at the bottom of my arm, but it's that top bit there that I feel chilly. So yeah, I wanted to have that bit more coverage there, so it was more wearable for days where it's just overcast and warm, but not that warm. So as I said, I knit this with going from the vintage pattern, which is available on Etsy. If you just Google vintage rainbow sweater or jumper, it will come up with different sellers and it's very cheap. I think you can pick it up free in some places as well, because they're just PDF copies of the original. But also, as I've mentioned before, Susan Crawford has done a version of this in her new book and you can buy it on its own. So I shall put a link down below for that if you wanted to knit one. I think hers, I think it's a DK weight as well, so I don't know how hers is constructed, but if you wanted it all there, if you fancied knitting one of these, then yeah, that is there for an easier option, which would be much more sensible. These, I think, well, it's called, some people call it the bunny jumper because they think this looks like bunnies, but some people call this the bunny jumper because it looks like bunnies, But Anita from Gaga Knit, she thought it looks like little soldiers. So I can see where you're coming from, Anita. It looks like colour work, but it's not. It's just you're slipping the stitch that goes up for like the ears. That's just slipped, so you've only ever got one colour, which I think helps it with that stretchiness. If it was colour work, then it's not so stretchy, is it? So I think that's why you get the stretchiness, even though you've got a lot of colours going on. So yeah, really happy with it. Really glad it's finished, to be honest. I enjoyed the process and the challenge of changing it, but it's that uncertainty of spending so much time on it that it's be nice to get back to a pattern where it's all laid out and it's tried and tested. But it's definitely something I'm going to enjoy wearing, and yeah, I do love it. And I love the feel of it. I do love this yarn. On the I think this is the Flora that's on this one. Let's have a look. No, I was wrong. It's the Drops Lima that is the DK weight, and then the Flora is the 4-ply fingering weight one. So yeah, loving the yarn. I've had an accident with alpaca before, so I'm a bit more wary about it. Yes, don't put it in the washing machine. I do get away with Drops Nord for socks, putting them in the washing machine on a wool wash. But when I tried it with, it was one of the brushed ones. When I tried it with that, I shrunk it, and so I was really disappointed. So yeah, you've got to hand wash it, but hopefully I won't have to wash it very often. We shall see. So that is the first one that I finished. The other one that I was knitting, I'm not quite finished, but nearly, so I'll pop that on so you can have a look. So this is the Lady February sweater, and I finished the first arm. You just go straight. It looks like it comes out, but that's just because, I don't know. I think it's just because of my arm, the way your arms are shaped and things, that it looks like it might be a bit bell shaped, but it is literally just go straight. So it's in the lace all the way down. Garter stitch here and then into the lace. The button band is just knitting as you go. 3 buttons at the top. So I've nearly finished. That's literally all I've got to do is that part. I went down to that length because on the sleeves and also on the length of the body, you just go down to what length you want to go down to. So sorry, you can't really see because I've got navy blue on underneath, but you've got the lace all the way down there. And yeah, I have found it tough on the hands doing the lace, well, doing this yarn on the small circulars. So yeah, I'm happy though with the width of the sleeves. I think it turned out just right. This is knit in Aran weight. It's Stylecraft Special Aran, so it's all acrylic, but I think that'll be fine because obviously there's plenty of airflow anyway, so it's not going to get too hot and sweaty. But I just thought it'd be nice to throw on through the summer. I've literally got myself wound up in yarn now. It literally goes round me. So yes, I'll be pleased to get this finished because it is hard on the hands, this one, but I am really enjoying it. So I just don't want to do it too much in one go. But yeah, I think I would knit one of these again in like a bright colour or something. I think would be nice. And maybe in like a wool, like a merino or something would be nice for a different time of year. So yes, that is that one. So with these two that were on my needles, near enough finished, it has been time to think about what's going to be next. So I have pulled out 3 different projects to start because I'm all about new starts at the moment. So I've got 3 there. 4 yarn that I already had in stash and patterns I wanted to do, so we'll take a look at that. I do need to find 3 buttons for up here, and I'm thinking wood. What do you think? I'm thinking just like quite plain wooden buttons, because I think that, I mean, if I go for dark blue, they would blend in and you wouldn't notice them. So perhaps I should go for dark blue. But then I'm thinking just the brown, that would just make it a bit more casual, throw over anything. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Plain blue, they're going to be big buttons. They're going to be quite, well, I don't know, not ever so big. But you're going to see them. So navy would just blend in, or go for more of a brown button, wooden button. Let me know. Let's have a look to see what I am going to be casting on. Okay, so I have 3 projects all kitted up, ready to go. I can't remember which is in which, so let's open the bags and find out. Now this is the Toaster Tea by the Crayer Bear, Rebecca. I'm sure you watch her podcast, and she's brought out this, I'll put a picture up. I'll move over and put pictures here. So Rebecca's brought out a t-shirt pattern now. I'm sure you're all aware of it because it's all over everywhere, and there's been loads of brilliant different designs for it. People have changed it. It's something that's quite a blank canvas that you can change up to anything you want it to be. And so I thought, right, so I've got that cotton from last year that I didn't use because I was doing a vest pattern, but I wasn't liking it, and it wasn't that I wasn't liking it, I was just thinking that when I was knitting it, it was hot, and I thought I'm not going to be wearing this when it's hot because it's DK weight and it's a vest one, so I want something just really light when it's that hot rather than this. So this is the Muscat Mercerized Cotton by Drops. And so I've got this one, and also I had Drops Bell, which is a blend of, what's it a blend of? Linen, I know. 53% cotton, 33% viscose, 14% linen. And so this has got a different texture to the mercerized cotton. See, hopefully you can see that. And so this is quite smooth and shiny, and this one has got like a chain sort of look to it. So I thought it would be quite fun to have those as stripes. So I wanted the main colour to be in the blue, the Drops Bell, and then just had thinner stripes in the cream because I can use the cream up again. But I wasn't really, I don't know if it's like in cross stitch where white stitches never look as neat as other colours, and I think it's the same in the knitting. I mean, it's not been blocked or anything, but I mean that part is. So I think perhaps I am being overcritical, but I just wasn't feeling the all plain cream, so I thought I'd use it as breaking up into different projects. So that's why I thought I would use it for this tea. So it is a DK weight. As I said, you can use all different people have done stripes, they've done sort of like lacy sections, eyelets and all sorts going on. So I thought it'd be a good pattern to buy and then just do a more basic one, and then I can use it to use up things, or if I wanted just a plain bright colour or something, then I could do it. I know Rebecca herself has made about 5 of them with different variations. So I just think it's going to be a really good pattern to use. It is knit at a larger gauge, so whereas normally I think of a DK weight to be knitted at 4mm needles, this is knit at 5mm, so it's going to be a lot airier and yeah, just cooler to wear, so it's not going to be too hot in the summer. But after saying that, whereas the other one was a vest, this is more, it's got sleeves, so it's that more in between, not baking hot day sort of wear. So yeah, I think I'll get a lot of wear with it, and I think the pattern was well worth buying because it's going to be something that I can come back to and use in different variations to have fun with, get creative and have fun with it, which I enjoy. So that is the first one, and I think that's the one I'm going to be casting on straight away to get started on that, because it's top down, it's raglan, so it's everything that I've had loads of practice with, so it's going to be quite easy to just do that, do the neckline, and then start on with the increases. I think having that one and having the cardigan to finish off those sleeves when it's a bit harder on the hand would be a good pairing of different projects to do at the moment. So the next one, what have we got in this one? We have got, now I'll go and get the other one. I decided to put it on for you. So this is one I've made before and I really love it. It is super soft. It is knit out of the Drops Air, and so it's an alpaca blown yarn. The pattern is, now I was calling it chartreuse, but I heard Amy call it chartreuse. So it's by Amy Loudon, and we call it chartreuse because that's how I think you say it. I'll put it on the screen. But what it is it's a really simple cardigan. Obviously it's got a V-neck. It's got grown on, so you knit the button band at the same time. It's patterned to do it in a smaller needle on DPNs, but just like when I knit the Whitmore cardigan, I changed that over because I found it really fiddly and annoying. I changed it over to just using the 4mm needles, and it worked. Was it 5mm needles? Because this is a DK weight, and it is 5mm needles. So yeah, I just used the 5 for the band as well. This one has buttons down, but I might just do one button at the bottom of that V. So I've got the option, because I never use all the buttons. I only ever use that one just to hold it together when I want to. It's got that nice V neckline. As I say, it's super soft on the skin. It's one of these throw over ones. I'll just stand up a bit. So you can see it's got quite a long band, and yeah, it's just a nice casual easy wear cozy cardigan. So I'm going to make it again in this colour. So this is like a creamy, slightly beigey one. So you can see it's got a slight beige tone to it, but it's more of a creamy one, but it's nice and fluffy and soft. So whereas it's not really a summer yarn, it is a light colour, and yeah, just in the evenings it will be nice to wear when it's warmer, but I think it'll be also good going into autumn as well, because I just put it over anything. So I'm going to try and make it, I don't know, I'll have to check my yardage that I've got, but I'm going to make the biggest size that I can with what I've got to just make it super comfortable, sort of try and make it. This one I would have liked just a little bit longer, I think. So whereas the sleeves and everything are a nice fit, I might just do the same size as this, but go that little bit longer if I can. So, but yeah, don't want it too long in case I over dresses, but I don't think I'll wear it over dresses. I don't know. We'll make it up as we go along, because that's what we do here. So yes, that is the second one, the chartreuse. So really looking forward to getting that on needles. As I say, I've knit that one before, so I know that it is it raglan? No, it is a pick up the sleeves, I think. Let me check. Yes, you pick up the stitches and then you have short row shaping at the top, which wasn't difficult. I mean, Amy's pattern, this is her pattern, and there is pages of it. because it is so well thought out that it really does hold your hand all the way through it. And like I say, it is a very simple construction. I think this one, I just don't think I did any decreases. I just went straight and did the cuff. So it is very simple, but lots of instructions if you need them. So that is the Chartres cardigan. So then we have one more. So this, I was using the Debbie Bliss Rialto DK. And so this is just 100% merino. And beautiful pink colour. Loving the pink. It's looking slightly pinker on screen. If I hold it back, is it more truer colour? That's more true, I think, maybe. That colour, it's like a deep cerise colour. So I have only 250 grams of this. I was going to do a vest, and then I was like, I'm in an hour deciding whether to or not. And I was thinking also ranunculus. I've been wanting to do ranunculus, and then I was thinking, have I got enough for ranunculus? And it seems like I have got enough for ranunculus. So I thought, shall I just do a ranunculus with this? Because then I'm thinking longer, well, 3/4 length sleeves, because it's very loose gauge, isn't it? And I thought just to put on over like a vest top like this or something. So yeah, I'm going to have a go because they're very popular. And then because I thought if I do it in this, and then afterwards, later summer, I have got some like gold yellow cotton yarn that I thought would be good in it as well. So I thought, let's have a test run with this and see how it works, see if it works. It doesn't feel like there should be enough, but I know that people don't use much, and I am going to use, and I need your help with this, please, if you've knit one of these before. Will I be okay? I think I am to knit the smallest size, because the smallest size is a 46-inch chest. Well, I'm about a 37, 38. So that's still going to be a lot of positive ease. I've checked, I know a lot of people say be careful because it may be boxy and big in the body, but the sleeves then can come out tighter on this part. So I've measured my bicep. I've measured the bingo wings, and I have got enough room in there for the smallest size sleeve. So it'll be a thinner sleeve than what's on there, but I don't want it really big and boxy. That's not my style, and I don't want it to make me look boxier than I am, because that's my smaller part. I'm pear-shaped, so I come down and then I've got bigger hips, so I don't want to make my body the same as my hips, if you know what I mean. It's not my style that I go for. I know it's very fashionable to have the boxy style, and it is very open, so it's flowy, so it's not going to be like a solid. It's out of my comfort zone, that's what I'm saying. It's out of my comfort zone. So I'm thinking go for the smaller one and see how I go. But let me know if you've gone smaller than you would normally do, because I'd normally be like the third size. So you got the small, no, it's usually like extra small, small, medium. I'm in that sort of bracket. I'm about a size UK 14, sort of like 12 moving to 14 at the top. So if you've had experience with that, let me know to what you think, because it is supposed to be baggy, but I'm scared. And so I don't do really baggy, so I don't want it to be falling off. I don't want it to be really baggy on me, but I don't know. But I think that's all I've got yarn for. But I've got more yarn for the gold. So if I needed to go up a size, I could use the gold. So yes, your experience would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. So moving on to the funniest thing that happened this week. And if you've watched vlogs or stuff, if you've met Gary before, my husband, you will appreciate this. Oh, how I wish I had my camera at the time. So we were up having a walk through the village, and where the sheep are in one of the fields, the farmer was in there and he was sorting out the sheep. So we stopped and we were having a chat with him. So he was leaning one side of the fence and we were just off the fence sort of talking to him. And then this squirrel comes running up the fence and sort of stops and was looking at us. And so the farmer said, oh, he said, that's my mate. He said, he's quite often comes and just watches what I'm up to. And then this squirrel started coming across the gate towards the farmer, and you could see the farmer was getting a bit nervous at this point, and he said he doesn't usually come this close, I don't know what's going on. So we're watching this squirrel coming along. He's quite a small squirrel, I think he's quite a young one. And then he sort of came near the farmer and just sat, and so he's looking at the farmer and the farmer's like looking down at him. And then he's looking at us and he starts looking at Gary. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, he does a flying squirrel and comes flying towards Gary. Gary did a little scream. But the squirrel just come down and he like landed on the floor right in front of his feet. So he was looking up at Gary. Gary looked down at him, sort of shocked, and then he ran off up a tree. And it was so funny. The way this squirrel came flying towards him, and the look on Gary's face and the noise that came out of him was just ridiculous. So that was the funniest thing that happened this week. And I wish I could show you on video. It was classic. So yes, that was what happened to Gary. Most exciting thing, as if that wasn't exciting enough, the most exciting thing to happen this week is the British Sewing Bee is back on the TV screens. Did you see it? Wednesday, 9 o'clock. The contestants look like they're great fun. As always, they've got a wide range of different ages and types of characters on there. And yeah, really enjoyed the first one. As always, one of the dresses that I said to Gary, oh, I'm not really keen on that one. And I said, they're going to love it, because every time I say I'm not keen on that one, they did. It got the actual one of the week, dress of the week, when I thought a different one was far nicer than that one, but no. I think my style is more old Hollywood glamour and more sophisticated. And I think the judges go more for perhaps more creative and edgy, I don't know, but they always have a different view to me. Perhaps I've got no style, perhaps that's it, but that's the way it goes. But what I really enjoy about the Sewing Bee, and it's the same with things like MasterChef or Great British Bake Off and all those things, that where you think you're no good at something because things go wrong, you watch these programs and they really think they're good at sewing because they are, and then they get on the program and it all goes wrong. There was tears. If you didn't see it, there was tears. And yeah, things didn't go as planned, but that's what happens when you've got a time restraint and you're up against it and it's all new and there's cameras everywhere and things. So I do feel for them, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the series because I think it's going to be great. I'm going to be there Wednesday 9 o'clock every week waiting for it to come on. Other exciting news that I thought was exciting, but now I'm thinking more about it, seems more scary. I am going to be vlogging through June. I thought it would be fun. I'm starting new projects, and yeah, just generally things are everything's coming to life in the garden. It's a good time of year that things are pepping up, things are going on. I will be going away. We've left the car when we went to Spain in May. We left the car there, so we're going back over to Spain to pick up the car and then drive back through Spain and France. So that's going to be in June. So I just thought it'd be interesting vlogs, things going on in the craft room. I've got my cross stitching bug is fully back, so I'm doing my cross stitching. As I say, I'll be out in the garden thinking about different food to be eating because it is warming up. So all those, I did make Gary a chicken pie last night, but he won't be getting chicken pies for much longer. All the food he loves. Gary is very much a winter eater as far as I'm concerned. He loves things like pies and like shepherd's pie with mashed potato on top and all that sort of food he loves. I very much love more Mediterranean salads and all the vegetables, fish and all that business. So I'm looking forward to that sort of food. Whenever we go on holiday, he's very much, if he can get a roast dinner, that's what he will go for. So yes, we shall see different recipes. I want to try, we had it when we were in Spain in May, we had, as part of a tapas, we had Mercian, the town of Murcia, they have a salad and it's Murcia salad. And so it's very much tinned tomatoes rather than fresh tomatoes. And when we asked what was in it, I was thinking, oh, tinned tomatoes sounds a bit strange when you could have fresh. But it was really nice. It's onion, olives, tuna in like a little salad, chilled, very chilled. And yeah, we had it one lunchtime on a warm day and it was just perfect. Loved it. So I want to try and recreate that. So I shall be looking to make that in the vlogs, I should think. So yes, if you would like to join me, I want to keep it as creative as I can. But obviously making a video every day, time restraint. So we shall see how we go, but they will be fun, if not a bit stressful for me. And it's also, I will be editing, just everything will be from the phone. So the video quality may be different, but we should go more rustic probably. As it goes on, the videos will be more rustic, but they will be fun. And hopefully any of Gary's antics will be caught on video. But for now, that starts on Thursday. So please join me on Thursday for the 1st of June. But until then, have a great week and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.